Welcome. I'm Robin Holliday, the owner and curator of Horse Spirit Arts Gallery here at historic Savage Mill in Savage, Maryland. It's my delight today to introduce you to artist April Rimpo. April is extremely accomplished in her 40-plus year art career. Not only that, she's been a practicing electrical engineer, so she has both the left and right brain going full speed ahead. April's accomplishments include many art awards. She's a signature member of 8 different art organizations. She's been published in books and magazines. Let me tell you how she got started. In 1976, she started participating in art classes. She started off in graphite, colored pencil, and oil. And then a few years later, she found watercolor, and a love affair was born. So April has been painting watercolors and fluid acrylics, and she's just fabulous. So I'd like to introduce you to April. Welcome, April.
Hi, Robin. So great to see you. Thank you for having us today.
We are delighted to have you here. So April, could you tell us what really inspires your artwork? I know that's a really hard question to answer, but could you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Actually, it's a pretty simple answer. Just about everything inspires my artwork. So in my work environment, as an engineer, emotions, I kind of had to keep my emotions in track. But when outside of work, I am nothing but emotion. And so I see things and they just totally delight me. Now with smartphones, I take pictures constantly, and I want in my paintings to share that emotion that I feel.
Well, they're just beautiful. And I do understand that after knowing you all these years is that you are an introvert and people might not know this side of you, and you express it so well in your paintings. So tell us about how you picked the title, Telling Stories. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, so when we travel or even here in town, when I see a place, I want to portray the story about it. And so I do some research. There's my engineering part. Or if I'm with a tour group, of course, they tell us about the place. And I like to communicate that in my work as well. So the emotion is maybe the key thing, and the story behind the painting is also important. I try to feature them in different ways.
And absolutely. What you all are looking at is 2 walls of April's home that she has hung her art show in. As you all know, we are all closed for COVID-19, and so we are going as virtual as possible. So April's created an art gallery in her home, which is absolutely lovely. So now we'd like April to tell us about a couple of paintings that she's done, and we're going to start with my very favorite painting. It's called By the Old Mill. April, please tell us about this.
So this building is out back behind Old Savage Mill, and when I first saw it, I didn't know what it was. My husband actually, in that case, researched it for me. But so I think the building drew my attention, but then very quickly I realized it was the beautiful woods in the river. And that was what really attracted me to this scene, and that was what I wanted to highlight. So lots of time figuring out how to paint bricks and rusted metal, but really the important thing is that background. And I added the fishermen because I felt like what a perfect place to fish.
It is a perfect place to fish. In fact, a lot of people fish there. Guys, this is right behind the gallery, and my husband and I, Max, we take a walk on those paths, and it is as beautiful as April has portrayed it. So if you live in Savage or in Howard County or nearby, this probably just pulls at your heartstrings how beautiful this is. So April, such a nice job.
Thank you.
Our second painting is called Graceful Embrace. Can you tell us about this one?
Yes, there's a little town of Sunshine not too far from where I live, and there's a house that in the summer, their entire front porch gets encased in wisteria. And I often stop when I'm passing it to take additional reference photos because it's just so beautiful. In this painting, I wanted to highlight the wisteria themselves, so I'm doing a close-up so that we can really see those beautiful blossoms.
They're really lovely and just so upbeat for this time of year, in particular this time in our lives. So April, let's talk about your third painting, which is All Tied Up.
All tied up, yes. This one is one of a few paintings I've done of old cars and trucks. In this case, this one is local to the area, and when I saw it, I had to take photos of it. And what intrigued me in this one is it's the old International Harvester pickup truck, I believe a 1952, and the vines had really totally encased the back of the car, and now they were beginning to wrap around, and you can see there's one stream that's kind of coming across the front of the windshield. And I felt like nature was giving that truck a hug. And I just thought that was just such a cool thing that I wanted to share that.
That's very endearing and very endearing. And if you're an old truck lover, I'll bet this speaks to you as well. Tell us about your next painting, which is called Family Cruise.
Yeah, so this is, I don't do a lot of birds, but I do a lot of pigeons. And in the case of the pigeons, it's their iridescence that makes me want to paint them. The black swan I have also seen in a variety of places within the US. I've seen them in London, I've seen them in New Zealand. And I thought, they are just as beautiful as the pigeons, but their colors are very subtle variations within their black feathers. But I wanted them to be placed on a really vibrant background. And so I set this painting at dawn where the sun, the colors from the rising sun were reflecting in the currents of the water. And I hope that, maybe the water will be what draws people's eyes to the painting, but then I'm hoping they get lost in those beautiful feathers of the swans and their cute little cygnets.
And their little babies, taking such good care of their babies. It's a beautiful painting, April.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk about your next painting. It's actually 3 paintings, your cloud series. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so this all started, I think, my love of clouds when I was a child, and my best friend and I would lie in the grass and stare up at the clouds and tell each other what we saw in the shapes. And I think I've always loved clouds ever since. Frequently, well, I lived in Arizona for a while, and the skies there were magnificent, although not a huge number of clouds. And here they're harder to see because we have so many tall trees, but I do photograph them all the time. And I wanted to just share their magnificence in a small size. So these are 6 by 6. Each one is just 6 by 6 with a 7 by 7 with the frame. And I just wanted it so that people could, I'm hoping I'm not the only one in the world who loves clouds. And so, so they can just have just a little nugget of clouds in their home and maybe make them smile.
They're beautiful. And April, one thing I really appreciate about you is that you make paintings small and you'll make them large. Like this painting behind me of a Western scene is from April. And what that allows to happen is different price points. So people, can have a small painting and they can afford it. And then people can have large paintings. And also, it's just such a lovely thing that everybody at different places and different times in their life can have a piece of art that means something to them. So thank you so much for doing that.
You're welcome. It's for art to be attainable for everyone is important to me.
Yes, I know it is. Well, April, it's been delightful to be with you today. Thank you so much. And any last words?
No, I'm just so anxious for the show to open.
So along those lines, we are a virtual gallery right now, and the show opens this Sunday morning. You can wake up and we'll be right there, and April's paintings will be all up. This will be followed within a week by April doing a demo that you can watch on our Facebook page. April's also made some other videos that we have put on our brand new Horse Spirit Arts Gallery YouTube page. So if you look up Horse Spirit Arts Gallery YouTube, you'll find it there. And then April's going to have an artist talk, a live one, where you can ask questions and April will answer them. So in closing, I know it's a tough time, but we're all in this together, and I also know we can do this, and we can't wait to see you in person, but until it's safe, we'll be with you virtually all the time. All right, you guys take care. Bye-bye.